Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
It's time for Happy Honda Days at Danny Menno Rushmore Honda. Shop the area's best selection of pre-owned Hondas and Honda certified pre-owned. Get financing as low as 1.99% APR on certified pre-owned CRVs, HRVs, and other select models. 1.99. Plus, shop a lot full of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, imports and domestics with financing as low as 5.79% APR for up to 72 months. See us at Danny Menno Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
Now that we're in the final quarter of the year, it's time to start thinking about the 2022 tax year. W-2s and 1099s are scheduled to be out in January, but don't worry, Jennifer Young's Bookkeeping Services has you covered. They stay on top of the ever-changing tax laws impacting small businesses and corporations. Jennifer Young's Bookkeeping has your best interests at heart. Don't wait until the last minute. Get a head start on your 2022 taxes. Call Jennifer Young or go to jenniferyoungsbookkeeping.com or find her on Facebook.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our two locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, Exit 48, Somerset.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person like Lance at Van Zee Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Zee Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers is a trusted real estate advisor in the Black Hills. She brings precision, dedication, and clear communication to every transaction. Melissa focuses on service, not sales, always putting her clients first. She's also passionate about supporting local youth activities, helping to strengthen communities and build a brighter future for our kids. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Melissa is here to guide you every step of the way. Stop in or call Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers today.
Losing on a last-second shot to Mitchell that year, and so kind of celebrating a kind of a big deal. So those two taking on each other next week, and we'll talk more about Ben. And Dean, for Rapid City Stevens, like we said, they opened the season Monday night with a win over Douglas, 60-28. Talia Porter led the Raiders with 18 points. Defense was excellent in that contest. And a lot of reserves who were able to get some playing time. That's a nice way to start the season for the Raiders. It is very much. Right away, when you saw that game, you saw the skill level of the Raiders. The speed came together, their ability to work the ball around the court, and they have such good hands. They are, I don't know if it's politically correct, but they're a very handsy team. They can get them in the right spots. They get them in the passing lanes. You can't stick that ball in front. You're going to get a hand swatting at it, knocking it away, and they got a great nose for the ball and the positioning to get there, and then using their hands, not as what everyone yells at, quit using your hands in order to stabilize yourself. They use it to poke the ball away. So they are very pesky with their hands, kind of like raccoons or whatever, with their hands. And again, really quick, they will press you on each end of the court, and they will move the ball really well. And it all kind of comes down to shooting after that, but they definitely showed it right away. I think it was like 26-1 or something like that in the first quarter. The game was over right away. Let's talk about the Raiders' opponent tonight, the Pierre TF Riggs Governors. The Raiders and the Governors met twice last year. The Raiders won the regular season matchup rather easily, and then it was Pierre who returned the favor. They won the consolation semifinal at the state tournament. So they split their games last year. They return second-team All-Stater Lennox Dupree, who averaged over 14 points a game last year. What do you think of the matchup tonight and what Pierre brings to the table? Well, honestly, I think this is going to be a great game tonight. We talked about the Raiders losing 2 players. The Pierre Governors lost 3 starters, most notably Reese Terwilliger, and it was kind of her show that night against the Raiders. It was the Porter Terwilliger show, back and forth for each one of those. But like you said, Lennox Dupree returns, Gracelyn Taylor, and someone you look past is the hard work of Grace Richter. She worked so hard. Her face was like literally flush because she worked so hard the whole entire game, and she was just everywhere. Again, talk about hands. They also are very aggressive defensively. They stick hands in the right place at the right time, and so this is going to be a tough competition between both these squads. Again, getting set for tonight's home opener for the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. They're taking on the Pierre TF Riggs Governors in girls basketball action as we roll along here in our J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. Let's take a look at today's keys to the game. They're being brought to us by Dakota Discount RV. You can find the key to building lasting family memories with a new or pre-owned RV from Dakota Discount RV. Take a look at their great selection of RVs at 2 locations. Dakota Discount RV, across from Cabela's on JB Road in Blackhawk, and you can find them online at DakotaDiscountRV.com. Dean, these two teams warming up, getting set for tonight's matchup. What will it come down to? Well, probably going back to that consolation semifinal game last year, and probably one of the big keys last year was the fact that the Raiders just turned the ball over too much, especially even in that whole state tournament. Big turnover right at the end of that overtime game that allowed the O'Gorman Knights to beat them. So it's kind of piggyback off that. Obviously, it's early on in the year, right? You know, they've been playing ball for a while, but it's a different level when you get to the game, and to be able to move the ball around, you know, the cohesiveness with your teammates. Turnovers is probably going to be the number one thing for both of them. We're going to see both of these teams get pressed and do pressing on both ends of the court. So for each squad to force the other squad into just a half-court offense and how they can defend a half-court set is going to be big on both ends. Again, two very similar. Shoot the ball well, defend really well, really athletic. They're just mirror images of each other. And so the biggest thing, I think, you know, obviously the rebounds last year, Isabel Higgins isn't here, and she was so huge in the rebounding department. So the Raiders got to figure out who's going to kind of step into that Isabel Higgins role, so to speak. So rebounds, question mark, but turnovers, front and center. And that's your keys to the game, being brought to you by Dakota Discount RV. Again, you can find them across from Cabela's on JB Road in Blackhawk and DakotaDiscountRV.com. For Rapid City Stevens, they lost their home opener last year by 1 point to Spearfish, 49-48, and they're hoping for a different outcome this year at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Let's look at today's players to watch, powered by E3 Sports Complex. E3 is Rapid City's newest indoor sports facility, featuring 4 full courts for basketball and volleyball. Have your athletes unlock their full potential with expert training and coaching from the E3 trainers and coaches. Learn more and get your athletes started by visiting e3sports.org. Check out the E3 Sports Complex on East North Street in Rapid City. Dean, the players to watch for both of these teams. Well, let's start with the visiting Pierre T.F. Riggs Governors, and I kind of already mentioned her already. I know Lennox Dupree is going to be the heart and soul. She's super quick, super athletic, but coming off of the bench last year and having a huge impact and now being a starter this year is a Grace Richter. How hard she works. She may be just that difference maker. Everyone's going to focus on Lennox Dupree, but it is going to be the play of Grace Richter that could be the big determining factor whether the Governors win or lose here tonight. And off to the Rapid City City Raiders, 5 amazing players coming in to start right away. And everyone's going to focus on Talia Porter, but you can't overlook Brittany Jones, Jessica Griswold, Haley Peterson. But specifically for me, it's Finley Love. Last year was her first year as kind of a full-time starter, just getting the feel of it. Now she's had a whole year under her belt, and extra playing across actually the country over the summer, playing ball and coming back here and bringing all of that skill and talent and all the extra stuff that she's learned. Just a junior, but she's going to have a major impact. And that's our players to watch, powered by the E3 Sports Complex. You are listening to the pregame show, brought to you by J&J Truck and Auto Body, right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. We will pause for the national anthem. When we come back, it's the starting lineups and the tip-off when we return in 2 minutes. Right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and also on FoxSportsRapidCity.com. Gymnasium on this Friday night with Dean Moore. I'm Jerome Wickersham. Welcome back to the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show as we get you set and get you closer to tip-off right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups for tonight's game between Rapid City Stevens and Pierre TF Riggs Governors. The starting lineups built by Connect Home Center and Ace Hardware. Whether it's residential or commercial, Connect Home Center has been your hometown lumber yard since 1928. And Ace Hardware, Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. For the Pierre TF Riggs Governors, at a guard, number 4, Lennox Dupree, a 5'6 senior. Also number 20, Gracelyn Taylor, a 5'5 senior guard. At a guard forward, number 23, Grace Richter, a 5'7 senior. At a guard, number 11, Emery Larson, a 5'5 junior guard. And at forward center, number 24, Addison Soma, a 5'11 senior. Head coach for Pierre TF Riggs Governors is Kirk Bebout. For the Rapid City Stevens Raiders, their lineup looks like this. At a guard, a 5'6 senior, number 1, Brittany Jones. Also at a guard forward, number 3, Talia Porter, a 5'10 senior. At a guard, a 5'5 junior, wearing number 11, Finley Love. Also at a guard, a 5'8 junior, number 22, Jessa Griswold. And at guard forward, number 23, Hallie Peterson, a 5'9 junior guard forward. And there's the tip. It is controlled by the Raiders going from left to right. The Raiders in their white uniforms. The Governors in their black uniforms. There's the 3 put up from the corner by Griswold. No good. Hallie Peterson chases down the loose ball. She gets it to Love on the right wing. Now they kick it out to Griswold, top of the key, left side to Peterson. Peterson works away around the perimeter, gets it into the corner, Love for 3. That one a little too strong, no good. And the rebound to the Governors. Dupree kicks the ball into the front court. It's going to be grabbed by Taylor. Her shot is no good. Back the other way come the Raiders. 35 seconds gone by here in the first quarter. They get the ball to Porter. She spins to her right, puts up the shot. It's good for Porter. We kind of expect a lot of that all year long as Porter just knows how to work around the basket. Allie Peterson goes for the steal or to knock the ball out of the hands of Emery Larson. She gets called for her first. Back down to the other end. Porter just steps right in front of the pass. A fast break again. Both these teams want to run, and both these teams want to force the other team into half-court ball. Let's meet our officials for this ball game. The law on the court brought to us by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Today's officials, Dwayne McPherson, Brandon Kemp, and D'Amico Rodriguez. Lennox Dupree just drives the lane like almost uncontested and gets the easy left-handed layup. Of course, she is a left-hander. Tied at 2 here, 6:47 to go in the first quarter on the State Farm scoreboard. There's Peterson for 3. This one off the front of the iron, no good. The rebound grabbed by Taylor. Now the ball is loose, picked up by the Governors. In the front court, Richter the basketball, gives the ball to Dupree in the left corner. Takes a step back, puts up a long 3. That one is no good. Peterson chases down the loose ball. Back the other way, the Raiders again going from left to right. Peterson in the lane, misses the layup at the other end. Governors trying to push the ball back the other way. This is Larson. Larson drives, puts up the shot too hard off the glass. No good. Griswold comes away for the Raiders. It is push, push, push. Here's Brittany Jones from the left wing, and she drains the 3. Brittany Jones is so undervalued. Not undervalued, just underestimated. She can just do lots of stuff on the court, including that. There's Finley Love with a big pocket picker. They get it to Jones, now to Griswold. Griswold kicks it outside. Peterson's going to launch a 3, and it's good for Peterson. If they start hitting 3s, they can beat or play with any team in the state. 8-2, the Raiders with the lead over the Governors with 5.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter on the State Farm scoreboard. Dupree works her way in the front court as they go from right to left. Gets through the double screen, now right side. There's a 3 by the Governors. That one's off the mark, no good. Peterson the rebound. Outlet pass to Porter. She gets the ball in the front court to Love. Bounce pass to Jones out of her hands, and it goes out of bounds as she juggles the ball. Again, I don't think we even need a backcourt count at all by any one of these teams because I'd be surprised if it goes over 5 seconds as they push the ball to the front court. Number 25, Mackenzie Schreiber, a 5'6" junior, checking into the ball game. Coach Denbring said he's going to go about 8 or 9 deep, potentially. We also have Hayden Thornton, a 5'9" junior guard. She's a transfer from Rapid City Christian, I believe. And she is checked in the ball game. They work the ball, trying to work it inside. Cutting to the basket was number 23, Grace Richter. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Thornton. It'll stay Governor basketball as they trail by 6. A little conversation with D'Amico and Denbring there. Taylor gets the ball into Dupree. Dupree looking inside. They work it around right side. This is going to be Richter. Richter on the wing, double teamed. The ball is loose. Schreiber comes away with it. Bounce pass ahead to Thornton. Thornton tries to save it, but it's into the hands of Larson. Larson back to Dupree. Dupree on the near side gets into the front court, being guarded by Finley Love. Man-to-man defense by the Raiders. Dupree tries to work it inside. The ball is loose, picked up by Thornton. Hayden Thornton works the ball into the front court on the near side. Moves to the top of the key. Now crossover dribble right side. There's the scoop shot by Thornton. That's no good. Dupree the rebound for the Governors. Dupree works her way into the front court. Gets around the screen, top of the key. Wants to drive on Love. Instead, she's going to pass the ball back to Soma. Soma looking inside, trying to work it in. It's going to be stolen by Peterson. Defense, the key to the game for the Raiders. Here's Hallie Peterson. Gives the ball to Porter. Porter spins on Soma. Gets it out to Thornton. She's going to shoot the 3, and she drains it. So 3 threes. The coach B-Mountain's got to talk here. First of all, allowing the threes, they've hit some wide open ones. Secondly, it's the turnovers. The Raiders, they seem like they have 6 players out there. They are just all over the place. They're like double teaming everybody. You're like, are they allowed that many players on the court? What's going on here? We're going to take a quick break as well with 3:53 to go in the first quarter. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick, Rapid City Stevens leads Pierre 11-2 in girls basketball action. We'll step aside for just 30 seconds right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and also on GoRaidersLive.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
When life gets hard.
And we want to welcome you back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast booth, Sales, Service, and Recreation. It is Pierre basketball coming out of that timeout. They trail by 9 to Rapid City Stevens in this girls basketball contest. Lennox Dupree works her way, being guarded by Griswold, into the front court, right in front of the scorer's table, gets around the screen, now tries to get the ball inside. They tried to get it to Molly Olson, who's checked in, but the ball is stolen by the Raiders. Thornton, and we're going to get a reach-in foul. That will be on Molly Olson, the 5'6" sophomore. That is her first team foul against the Governor. We might need our game sponsor like the IRS, because we are getting players are getting hounded all over the place. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Brittany Jones now wants to drive. Now in the left corner, they go to Thornton. Thornton back to Jones, top of the key. Trying to get the bounce pass, but it's going to be almost stolen. Instead, it's into the hands of the Raiders. They go to Schreiber. She drives that left baseline, pulls up, gives the ball to Thornton. She'll shoot the 3 from the corner. That's an air ball, no good. Coming away with it is going to be number 20, Graceland Taylor. Taylor to Dupree. Dupree misses the layup at the other end, and a jump ball between the Governors and the Raiders. Possession arrow belongs to Pierre. And this is a track meet of a game, and will not change unless one team, maybe late in the third or fourth quarter, somehow, some way, gets an amazing lead. Dupree gets the ball into Taylor. Taylor looking inside. Now they get it, trying to work it to Richter, Now they kick it outside. That three is no good. It's a battle for the loose ball. Schreiber comes away with it. Schreiber bounce pass ahead to Jones. Jones along the left baseline. Back out to Thornton. Now they go to Schreiber. She'll shoot the three. And everyone's nailing threes here in the fourth quarter for the Raiders. It's such a big part of their game to be able to cash those in. And it looks so good when it goes. 4 3-pointers, and the Raiders lead 14-2 over Pierre in this home opener for Rapid City Stevens. Trying to work it inside almost another turnover. Almost stay, I think, Pierre basketball. Yeah, Jones looked like she had her hand on it and couldn't quite corral it. So you're right, it was almost another turnover. But Talia Porter will exit. Hallie Peterson checks back in for the Raiders as they lead by a dozen. Trying to get the ball in is Taylor. Taylor gets the ball into Dupree. Dupree in the paint. Kicks it outside. Here's Taylor. She'll shoot the three. And the three is good for Gracelyn Taylor. The Governors desperately needed that. Schreiber at the other end drives the right baseline. Puts up the floater. No good. Dupree comes away with the loose ball. Dupree works her way into the front court on the far side across from the scorer's table. As we approach 2 minutes remaining in the first, she'll shoot the three. The left-hander makes it good from the top of the key. That was smooth, and all of a sudden Pierre's right back in this game. Lennox Dupree averaged over 14 points per game last year. She was a second-team All-Stater. Schreiber in the low post puts up the shot, no good, but a whistle against the Pierre Governors, and that will send the Raiders to the free throw line. That is Mackenzie Schreiber at the free throw line. And that is a Renslaw foul on the court. If you find yourself in a difficult situation, whether it's a DUI, criminal charges, or an injury case, you need the right lawyer on your side. With over 30 years of experience, Tim Wrench is a trial lawyer, and he will help you get the best possible outcome for your case. Call number 1 is to Renslaw at 605-341-1111, Renslaw.com. And Schreiber misses both free throws for the Raiders. They still lead 14-8. They led by a dozen at one point. Into the front court, this is Olsen the basketball, being guarded by Schreiber, spins to her right, picks up her dribble. There's going to be a steal by Griswold. Griswold, in a hurry, tries to go coast to coast. The ball is loose. It's going to be picked up by Thornton, and a pushing foul against the Governors. Kind of getting a little out of control there, but back on the other end, we talked about the Raiders always they got their nose in the right spot, and they can always get a hand in the passing lane. Exactly right across the division line. The Governor tried to spin. They were right there in the middle spot where they needed to be, tried to dish it off, and there was another hand in the passing lane. Reggie Jones will trigger it in. Jones gets it out to Peterson. Peterson at midcourt, dribbles to the top of the key, now crossover dribble, hands the ball off to Jones. Jones, bounce pass, right side, Thornton, now to Love. She drives the right baseline. They kick it to Peterson. Peterson shoots the three, and it's nothing but net for Allie Peterson. She has 6 points in the ball game. I think Peterson was the one who hit those shots to send the game there overtime in Sioux Falls at last year's state tournament. Finley Love picks up her first. Second team foul against the Raiders. Ball is going to be almost stolen by Finley Love. Instead, she was stepping out of bounds. It will stay Pierre basketball. She's got to know you got to wear blue shoes here so you don't notice it as well. Those pink shoes just stand out. Taylor gets the ball into Dupree. Dupree in the backcourt, works her way into the front court, now being hounded by Finley Love. Man-to-man defense by the Raiders. She dribbles to the right wing, gets into the corner, now back to the wing, into the paint, kicks it outside. There is Larson for three. That one is no good. The rebound to the Governors. The shot is up and good for Molly Olsen. 17-10, the Raiders by 7 at the other end. Griswold kicks it outside to Thornton. Thornton left side, they go to Peterson. Peterson drives left baseline, puts up the floater. It's good for Peterson. 8 points now for Hallie Peterson. 19-10 with 15 seconds to play in the first. The Raiders lift the lead. Here's Dupree, double teamed left side. They get the ball to Larson. Larson in the paint. Shot is up and no good. Brittany Jones comes away with it. 5 seconds now. Jones in the front court. Jones trying to get the bounce pass. It's going to be stolen by Pierre, and that will do it. That's the end of the first quarter here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. I'm not sure who she was going to. I didn't see anybody running the slot down there. So either way, still, it's push, 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 push. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick, at the end of the first quarter, Rapid City Stevens leads Pierre by a score of 19-10. We will step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to high school basketball action on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City.
When our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Community banking should be...
You're listening to South Dakota High School basketball on Fox Sports Rapid City, presented by Black Hills Surgical Hospital Sports Medicine and powered by Physio.
And welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast booth, Sales, Service, and Recreation. It's the home opener for the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. They lead 19-10 over the Pierre Governors. As we start the second quarter, it'll be Raider basketball again, going from left to right. Here's Griswold the basketball, right side to Porter. Porter with just 2 points in the ballgame. They go to Jones, now left side to Love. Love works it inside to Griswold. She'll dish it out to Porter. Porter double-teamed, and she's able to draw the foul, and she heads to the free throw line. Double. She was like triple-teamed. It will be on Emery Larson. That is her third team foul. Actually, first. I forgot they reset. Yep. So I have to get used to that. It's only been a year. I know. It's been a year. And I should be used to that going to some college basketball games where the women's game and they reset the quarter. Right. It's not like you don't hang around basketball enough. Exactly. So Talia Porter hits the first free throw. Second free throw coming up is good for Porter as well. That's back to an 11-point lead for the Raiders, 21-10. Full court coverage. There's the ball that's thrown. It's going to be Larson who comes away with it. Larson bounce pass inside. And we're going to get a jump ball. They work it inside to Grace Richter, and a jump ball between Richter and Peterson. It will stay Pierre basketball. And say their hands are like everywhere. There's going to be a steal by Finley Love. Love in the front court. Gets in the lane. Lost the ball for a moment. They go to Jones, now to Griswold. Griswold had her shot blocked by Soma. Governors come away with it. Here's Dupree in the backcourt. Gets around. Griswold gets into the front court. Gets to the left wing. Dupree picks up her dribble. Now in the left corner. There's Larson. Her shot is no good. Talia Porter comes away with it. Porter tries to work the ball in the front court. Dupree gets the steal. A rare turnover there for the Raiders. Dupree left side to Larson. Larson drives that left baseline. Puts up a tough shot, but Larson gets the basket. Emery Larson with her first points. Yeah, there was a secondary defender there who just kind of stood under the basket instead of attacking, which is kind of odd for the Raiders. Finley Love tried to get the bounce pass to Jessa Griswold. Instead, it goes out of bounds, and Pierre comes away with it. Checking back in, number 24, Addison. Actually, number 20, Gracelyn Taylor coming in for Pierre. Mackenzie Schreiber and Hayden Thornton in for Rapid City Stevens. Soma triggers it in. Gets the ball in. It goes to Taylor. Taylor being guarded by Schreiber. Works her way into the front court. Splits the defenders. Bounce pass. Going to be picked up. Now they go right side. Taylor's going to shoot the three. This one off the mark. No good. Rebound to Porter. Porter. Cross-court pass to Peterson. Peterson into the front court. In the left corner, they go to Schreiber. She thought about the three. Instead, she gives it to Griswold. Griswold in the lane. Has the shot blocked. Coming away with it. That is number 2 for the Pierre Governors, Jasmine Yost. We get a whistle, though, as bodies are flying on the court there. There are bodies all over the place. You talked about early on coming in. Griswold went for the shot. She landed between two Governors and played pinball there for a second. She hit the floor. Jasmine Yost with her second team foul against Governors. Here's Porter in the corner. Porter, bounce pass line to get it to Peterson. Knocked out of bounds there by Yost. Finley Love comes back in, so the Raiders going with Porter, Love, Schreiber, Brittany Jones, and Hallie Peterson. Peterson triggers it in. Peterson, over the hands of Thornton, actually, who's in the ball game. Thornton on that right wing. Drives, pull-up jumper by Thornton. Is in and out, no good. Peterson, the rebound, kicks it out to Schreiber for three, and it's good for Schreiber. Well, it's just a second chance opportunities. The Raiders active on the court, active on the boards. We're wondering how much they would miss Isabel Higgins. Here's Porter in the low post, and she's going to bank it in for two. As they get the steal, they work it into Porter. She has 6 points now. And the lead continues to climb for the Raiders. Looks like Pierre is going to take a timeout with 5:17 to go in the second quarter. Yeah, they were just Pierre kind of, they had those back-to-back threes, and it kind of looked like, okay, we had a little rough start here. This is our first game, Pierre's first game. So I'm thinking Coach Viebout's thinking, okay, we stumbled a little bit. Now we've kind of got through. We hit a couple of threes, but then all of a sudden the Raiders came back alive again, started turning the ball over. It is so, I don't know, not physical. It is physical, but it's the fact that they seem to, it's like a group of squids out there. There are just so many arms and hands and everywhere, and you can't make a turn without having a hand in your face or one trying to pick your pocket or whatever it may be. So 5:17 remaining here on the State Farm scoreboard in the second quarter, 26-12. The Raiders with the lead. Looking at some other scores real quickly in boys basketball, Pierre defeats Rapid City Stevens by 11, 52-41. So Pierre getting the win in their home opener tonight over the Raiders. Also, under 1 minute left in the fourth, in Aberdeen, it's Rapid City Central 60, Aberdeen Central 58. Wow. So that game coming down to the wire. We'll try to have a final for you coming up right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. We were kind of wondering how good the Central boys were this year, having lost some pretty decent players, but had a few coming back. So here's Dupree in the front court coming out of the timeout. Larson puts up the running jumper. That's no good. Porter grabs the rebound. She's caught in the corner. And Coach Dannenbrink's going to take a quick timeout. He saw some trouble there, maybe for Talia Porter in the corner. Well, that's kind of the idea. You want to trap somebody, especially when they get in that corner. You trap them in the corner, you force a long pass in some way, and then it gets easily taken away. I know the Raiders did that to the Douglas Patriots all night on Monday. It's like they tried to turn around. They have these blind passes, and you can't see. It's like it's not true icing, but some of the plays that they use we'll call ice the defender. You try to catch them in a corner or put them on a sideline where you can double them, then use the sideline as your third defender, and it turns into this long court pass, and so doing a great job there. Again, the Governors are really active, as active as the Raiders are. They're just, unfortunately, they're turning the ball over too much. The Raiders are just more active. The Governors are turning the ball over too much, and their shooting percentage is just not good at all tonight. The Governors were 16-7 a year ago. The Raiders were 13-11. We're going to get a travel on Rapid City Stevens, so it will be Pierre basketball. Graceland Taylor will trigger it in right in front of the Raider bench. 5:04 to go in the second quarter, a 14-point Raider lead. Soma the basketball being guarded by Porter. Gets it left side to Dupree. Dupree being guarded by Love. Crossover dribble into the left corner. Larson shoots the three. That one's an air ball. Schreiber comes away with it. Schreiber splits the defenders. Dupree knocks it loose. It goes out of bounds. It's going to stay Raider basketball. And again, both teams will continue to push the ball up the court, but you got to be ready that time. A good job of the Raiders to split the defender, but then they forgot the defender's got a lot of speed, and Lennox Dupree come back from the backside and pick the pocket. Here's Hayden Thornton to Porter, back to Thornton, top of the key. She reverses it, right side. Jones pump fakes, now gets the ball into Porter. Porter to a wide-open Finley Love, and she knocks down the three. Just great ball movement that time by the Raiders. The Governors decided to go into a zone, and they'll switch up defenses quite a bit, but the Raiders figured it out really quick. Good ball movement. 7 3-pointers in this first half of the Raiders. There's a steal by Finley Love, and she gets the layup. She just does that with the nose of the ball. She just gets right where she needs to, interrupts the dribble. Here's Larson in the front court for Pierre. Larson in the low post loses the ball. She thought she bounced it off her knee, but they say it was last touched by Brittany Jones. Yeah, it was Jones that knocked that out, but either way, the Raiders can get up and down the court so quickly. They recover so well. It's just running the floor and just using that speed to your advantage. 31-12, the Raiders by 19. Dupree in the paint, left-handed shot, no good. The rebound is grabbed by Molly Olson, and she is going to be fouled, so she heads to the charity stripe. That one was on Porter, and she kind of looked over the bench like, it almost looked like she should, like, feed me. But, you know, she's on defense there, so I don't think that was it. But I don't know if she's, hey, I need some time, or... That is the first on Talia Porter at the free throw line is Molly Olson. Makes the free throw. She has 3 points in the ball game. Jessa Griswold comes back in. She replaces Finley Love. It's funny because Love is... She gets on the court. It's like city driving. She speeds in between the stoplights, but then, you know, it's a short stoplight, and it goes. That's at least how Coach takes her and sits her down. Then she's going to go and she's going to speed for a while. Thornton shoots the three at the other end after the miss by Molly Olson. Her shot is no good. Here's Dupree in the front court. Dupree being hounded. She gets to that free throw line. Now left side, they're going to go to Richter, who drives the baseline. Then she's cut off, gets it back to Dupree. Dupree pull-up jumper from the wing, in and out, no good. Porter the rebound for the Raiders. Porter pushes the ball into the front court on the near side. Porter right side to Peterson. Peterson out to Jones. Jones wide open for three. That one off the side of the iron, no good. Rebound into the hands of Taylor. Taylor to Dupree in the front court. Dupree back to Taylor, top of the key. She's going to launch a three. That one off the front of the iron, no good. Peterson chases down the loose ball for the Raiders. She'll give the ball to Porter, to Thornton in the low post. She spins, puts up the jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound. Thornton tries to save it. She does to Griswold. Griswold out to Peterson for three, and it's good. Just saw a couple of heads for the Governors just kind of drops like, how can they just hit all these shots? What are we going to do? That's 8 3-pointers now for the Raiders in this first half as they lead 34-13 on the State Farm scoreboard. Here's another turnover. This is a steal by Thornton. Thornton pushes the ball into the front court. Bounce pass to Porter. Porter gets the layup at the other end. The Governors will feel like we've only got 4 players and they've got 6 or something. That's kind of how it feels. Because as long as the Raiders are moving the ball back and forth, just absolutely breaking down the defense left and right, there are so many open looks by the Raiders, and they are hitting them tonight. They are going to whistle Jessa Griswold with her first second team foul for the Raiders. Jasmine Yost, she checks back in for Pierre. Also number 35, Mackenzie Flottmeyer in the ball game for the Governors. For the Raiders, they are going with Porter, Schreiber, Love, also Hallie Peterson in the game. Dupree gets around the screen, now spins back to her right, being double-teamed. There's the bounce pass. It goes to Richter. Richter over to Yost. Yost pulls up, shoots the jumper from the free throw line and knocks it down. Jasmine Yost with her first basket. 21-point Raider lead. Finley Love wide open from the left corner, and she hits the three. It's almost like the Governors are just worn out. They're now not getting back on defense as quick as they were early on in the game, and as well as I know they know how to be. 39-15, the Raiders with a huge lead over the Pierre Governors. This is Richter, the basketball, and Peterson gets the steal. Peterson into the front court. The ball is loose. She picks it up, gives it to Porter. Porter is fouled and heads to the free throw line. Yeah, it's like the Governors are getting back on defense, but they're not in the right position. They're late. They're trying to get there. Their bodies are kind of in a spot, but not in the right spot. So right there were 3 Governors right there, but they were just not in a great spot. The Raiders get to their spot so much quicker, and again, the Raiders tons and tons of substitutions. Coach Dannebring, I think aside from like Porter, everyone else has just been kind of in and out and in and out and in and out. You play for a couple of minutes, you sit down for a couple, you play for a couple, you sit down for a couple, and here comes Porter sitting down. Is this a 7th grader we talked about? Is the 7th grader Marley Sayumana Tufo? Oh, dude, I think I got it right. That will run off your tongue. We're practicing that too, but just a 7th grader is Marley, but she comes into the ball game. She's 5'10", has great height for a 7th grader. The ball is loose. Schreiber gives the ball to Love. Love is going to be fouled hard by the Governors as she hits the deck. Gets up, appears to be okay. They are literally just hounding them. It's like the Governors. I was just looking around. I was like, it's like going to a picnic and you got those bees all around you. You just can't get rid of them, and they were in your food, they were in your drinks, or just on the dessert. You're just like, what are we going to do? We can't swat at them because then they just come back after you much harder. Finley Love makes 1 of 2 free throws. 9 points in the game for Finley Love. 42-15, the Raiders all over the Pierre Governors. The Raiders led 19-10 after the first quarter, but they have limited the Governors to just 5 second quarter points. We have Gracelyn Taylor checking back into the ball game, replacing Molly Olson. Here's Taylor, the basketball. Gets the ball to Richter. Richter back to Taylor. Taylor drives, puts up a shot, too strong off the glass, no good. A battle for the rebound. We're going to get a jump between Yost and Schreiber. It's going to be Raider basketball with 55 seconds remaining here in the first half. And the Raiders leading 42-15. Here's Schreiber, works her way in the front court. Schreiber got a lot of playing time last year as well. Definitely adds depth to this Raider team. Thornton drives. There's the scoop shot. It's good for Hayden Thornton. Oh, you can't forget the great little ball fake she threw out there. Dupree pulls up, shoots the 3. That one is no good. The rebound in the hands of Griswold. She lost it though. Here's Yost now. She puts up the shot, no good. Battle for the rebound. Sayumana Tufo comes away with it. Gets the ball out to Thornton. 17 seconds remaining in the first half. Thornton, top of the key. Raiders holding to that final shot of the half. They go to Schreiber. Now to Love in the right corner. And Love is going to be, I think we're going to get a foul there against the Governors. Foul, yeah. It is a foul. That is on Grayson Taylor, and I think it's a frustration foul. It's a I'm tired foul already. It's not even halftime yet, and I think the Raiders have just worn them out. Finley Love goes to the free throw line as we have a Wrench-Law foul on the court. This is the 3rd free throw shot of the ball game for Love. She's now 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Down to 5.5 seconds. It's a 30-point Raider lead. Second free throw is good for Finley Love as she reaches double figures now. In the front court, Yost the basketball, 2 seconds. Yost drives, puts up the shot. It's blocked from behind. I believe Thornton got a piece of it, and that is the way we end this first half. That's kind of the way the game has gone. It's like there are no open looks for the Pierre Governors at all, and they can't even get an end of the half drive without getting something swatted. So on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick, it is halftime, and Rapid City Stevens all over the Pierre TF Riggs Governors by a score of 46-15. We will step aside. The halftime show brought to you by Consolidated Construction. That is coming up next when we come back in 1 minute, right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, also on GoRaidersLive.com.
The last great sale of the year
Personal. That's because there's no one size fits all when it comes to you. Fortunately, Security First Bank gets that. And that means you get more too, like online tools, in-person expertise, and tailored banking solutions for your family or business. So, from balanced budgets to bucket lists, we're the bank for all you're doing. Security First Bank.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Belly Brothers Auto Tech is the bark of the town. Belly Brothers is one of the top-rated local auto shops in South Dakota. From an oil change to transmission repairs, they'll treat your car with exceptional service at reasonable rates, with plenty of financing options also available. Holding an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau since 2008, Belly Brothers will get your tail wagging. And visit Jennifer Young next door for your tax accounting needs.
The last great sale of the year is on at Danny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet. Shop over 350 used vehicles, GMCs, Rams, Fords, Chevys, imports, and more, including GM certified pre-owned. Buy with no money down and make no payments until spring 2025. Local and national lenders available and all applications accepted. And lower rates mean lower payments. Plus, buyers on site paying top dollar for all trades. Hurry! The last great sale of the year ends December 31st at Danny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet or DannyMenholtRapidChevrolet.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Great news! I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price, just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm Agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
This is big. Every used car, truck, and sport utility are priced below book at Danny Mount Rushmore Honda. Choose from Ford and Chevy trucks nearly $10,000 below book. Jeeps nearly $5,500 below book. Imports over $7,000 below book. Shop a lot full of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, imports, and domestics. And every one of them priced below book value. Some nearly $10,000 below book. Plus, low financing available for up to 72 months. See us at Danny Mount Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show. With big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. And stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
How do we solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems? Our doctors and specialists collaborate, sharing their vast knowledge and Mayo Clinic's unique expertise. It's this working together that helps solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems. Monument Health, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
It's time for Happy Honda Days at Danny Mount Rushmore Honda. Shop the area's best selection of pre-owned Hondas and Honda certified pre-owned. Get financing as low as 1.99% APR on certified pre-owned CRVs, HRVs, and other select models. 1.99. Plus, shop a lot full of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, imports, and domestics with financing as low as 5.79% APR for up to 72 months. See us at Denny Mount Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
Now that we're in the final quarter of the year, it's time to start thinking about the 2022 tax year. W-2s and 1099s are scheduled to be out in January, but don't worry, Jennifer Young's Bookkeeping Services has you covered. They stay on top of the ever-changing tax laws impacting small businesses and corporations. Jennifer Young's Bookkeeping has your best interests at heart. Don't wait until the last minute. Get a head start on your 2022 taxes. Call Jennifer Young or go to jenniferyoungsbookkeeping.com or find her on Facebook.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Do you have ready to get the second half underway, but real quickly, like we said earlier, Pierre defeated Rapid City Stevens in boys basketball 52-41. This is a final. Rapid City Central defeats Aberdeen Central 61-58 to win their season opener. Yeah, how about that? What did they win, like 2 games last year? I think it was about 2 games. About 2 games, and they start out 1-0 this year. The coach has got to be just absolutely excited. The team's got to be excited. It's going to make for a great matchup for them against the Governors tomorrow. And we will try to pass along more scores throughout the course of the night. But we are set to start this second half. Pierre had the ball, but the Raiders get the steal. Same starters for both teams. Here's Jessica Griswold in the front court as the Raiders go from right to left. Peterson right side to Jones. She'll shoot the three. That one off the side of the iron, no good. Rebound grabbed by the Governors. The ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Griswold. It will stay Pierre basketball. That's what I'm saying. They can't even throw the ball over the top. They try to throw it over the top, but the verticality over there with the Raiders, that was Jessica Griswold knocks the ball out. Soma gets the ball to Dupree. Dupree, who's had a quiet night of 5 points. Dupree drives on Griswold, gets in the lane. Tough shot there, no good as she tried to bank it in for two. Griswold to Peterson in the front court. Peterson to Jones. Jones in the right corner. Gets the ball to Griswold. She's going to launch a three. And Griswold knocks it down. And just leaving off right where they went into the locker room with. And unfortunately, one of the big keys has got to be Lennox Dupree. She's got to be able to do something. You got to get some ball screens to get her an opportunity to get to the basket. 49-15. The Raiders lead big over the Pierre Governors. Dupree spins to her right. Fadeaway jumper is good for Dupree. And that's kind of what she can do. She's got the moves. She's quick. She's got a great release. 49-17, a 32-point lead now for the Raiders. Griswold directing traffic, gives the ball to Love. Love back to Griswold. Griswold in the paint, kicks the ball out to Jones. Now they go back to Love. Love to Peterson. Peterson, the quick release three. That one is no good, chasing down the loose ball. And then it's going to be stolen by Love. She misses the shot. Soma chases down the loose ball. Soma, cross-court pass to Taylor. Taylor works her way into the front court. Actually, Richter the ball. Richter drives, and she tried to bank it in, but that one rolls in and out. It's just that sort of night for the Governors. Like, you got to play the Raiders, and the ball doesn't like you either. Here's Peterson. They leave her open to shoot the three. This one off the front of the iron, no good. The ball in the front court is going to go to Richter, and Richter misses the layup, gets her own rebound, and banks it in for two. First basket for Grace Richter. 49-19. Back to a 30-point lead. Here's Finley Love. Her three at the other end, no good. Porter to rebound. Porter to Griswold. Griswold, crossover dribble. Gives it to Porter. Porter back to her left, and it's going to be a offensive foul on Talia Porter. For a second, it looked like she just broke her ankles, but it must have extended herself somehow, some way on that, and we're heading back the other way to the crowd. But liked it for a second when the defense is on the ground, but the official says, sorry, she put her there. That was number 2 on Porter, first team foul this quarter for the Raiders. It's funny how they do it. Lots of ISOs. They just everything around, 5 out, everyone things around the perimeter. When they had Izzy Higgins, they did like a 4-1 offense, 4 out. In the low post, they worked the ball to Larson. We're going to get a jump ball. Well, kind of looked like Porter ran over the Governor there, but they're going to say a held ball and go the other way. Hayden Thornton will trigger it in, gets the ball to Peterson. Peterson being guarded by Soma, works her way in the front court, gets in the lane, splits the defenders, loses the ball. She hits the deck. It's going to stay Raider basketball. Darnell Watt got a couple of cheerleaders over there using their pom-poms to protect themselves. They probably taught that from day one. 4:08 again, like Dean said, the clock continues to run with the Raiders up by 30. Griswold wide open for 3. That one is no good. A battle for the rebound. Dupree comes away with it. Dupree on the far side gets into the front court for Pierre. She drives in the paint, kicks it outside. This is Taylor. Taylor loses the ball as players diving for the basketball. The Raiders come away with it. Here's Griswold in the front court. Griswold left side to go to Thornton. Thornton thought about a 3 for a moment. Instead, she drives, backs her way in, puts up the scoop shot, and hits Thornton for 2. What a great move by Thornton. She was triple teamed. She put the ball in the deck, put a spin move out there, and then her left hand kiss off the glass. 7 points off the bench for Hayden Thornton. Dupree, she drives in the paint, hand-checking foul against the Raiders. That will go on number 22, so that is Jessa Griswold with her second team foul this quarter for the Raiders. Griswold and Peterson will exit as Brittany Jones, as well as Talia Porter on Mackenzie Schreiber in the game. Here's Dupree for 3, and it's nothing but net for Lennox Dupree. Dupree, she has 10 points now. Pretty looking shot, great follow through. Finley Love at the other end in transition with the basket for the Raiders. You can only admire it so long. All of a sudden, here's Finley Love down there at the other end wrecking havoc. 13 points for Finley Love. The Raiders lead 53-22 on the State Farm scoreboard. Dupree drives, puts up the shot off the glass, no good. Little too hard. Porter comes away with it. Porter to Thornton. Thornton, the scoop shot, it's good for two. Another left hand by Thornton. Coming back the other way, Dupree, right in the middle of four white jerseys, trying to force something. Dupree around the screen, dribbles around the perimeter, gives the ball to Taylor. And that is Taylor who knocks down the three. And they'll kick something in, but again, the clock is not on their side. And I'm sure Coach Bebau's like, hey, wait a minute, why didn't the Raiders shoot that poorly in the first half? Right now, they've only hit it. Well, they've hit like one 3-pointer here, I think, in this third quarter. They had shot probably 4 or 5 of them. So we do have a timeout on the State Farm scoreboard insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. It is a 30-point lead for Rapid City Stevens, 55-25 here in the third quarter with 2:11 remaining. We will step aside for just 30 seconds. You're listening to high school basketball on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and also on GoRaidersLive.com.
Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
This is what...
Now we want to welcome you back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. Jerome Wickersham and Dean Gurr with you. As we resume play after that timeout, Rapid City Stevens leading the Pierre TF Riggs Governors 55-25. In the front court, there's Mackenzie Schreiber, a three from the left corner, no good. The rebound grabbed by Thornton. She gets it out to Schreiber. Schreiber to Thornton. Thornton pulls up, shoots the long jumper. That one is no good. A battle for the rebound. Yost comes away with it. Yost in the front court for the Pierre Governors. Yost, cross-court pass to Dupree. Dupree around the double screen, now gets it back right side. They're going to go to Olsen. Olsen tried to back her way in and stolen by Jones. Jones for the Raiders. Bounce pass left side to Love. Love in the paint, gives it back to Jones. Jones in that left corner. She's going to shoot the three. That one just off the side of the iron, no good. But Jones gets it back, a steal. Right in front of me. She read her like a book, stuck her hands out there and said, thank you for the gift. They go to Love. Love drives the basket. Shots no good. The rebound grabbed by Richter and a whistle against the Raiders. Christmas time, and Pierre's already given out some gifts. So that last foul on number 43. That was on Marley Seyu-Manatufa. Her first third-team foul against the Raiders. Dupree, left side. They get the ball to Marina Bushbaum. And we're going to get a pushing foul. That's going to be on Brittany Jones. Here's the other aspect of it. We mentioned it at the opening of the broadcast tonight. Porter, if he gets so far ahead and Coach Stanbring decides to sit Porter down, that could, quote-unquote, affect her ability. I don't know if they're thinking of the breaking or the scoring record, whatever, but that's always in the back of your mind, especially when you get into games like this. Low post, Dupree. And it's going to be blocked by the 7th grader, Seyu-Manatufa. Yeah, she did. Great body position. Jones puts up the shot at the other end, tries to put it in at the buzzer. It is no good. That will do it. That's the end of 3 here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. After 3, Rapid City Stevens leads big over Pierre, 55-25 in girls basketball action. The fourth quarter coming up next when we return in 1 minute on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City.
This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Out here, you learn.
Rapid City at K294BT Rapid City, the Black Hills Sports Station, 106.7 FM and 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City.
Well, the Pierre Governors have the basketball to start this fourth quarter. Addison Soma hits the jumper just inside the arc there for her first basket. It's 55-27 at the other end. Leah Porter drives and gets the basket. She has 12 points in the ball game now as we welcome you back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast booth, sales service, and recreation. 30-point Raider lead, 7:13 remaining here in the fourth quarter. There's a three. That one is no good. Finley Love chases down the loose ball. Love in the front court gives it to Griswold. Griswold for the Raiders. We're going to get a whistle. That will be on the Governors. And I'll tell you what, a handful of different players have been guarding Lennox Dupree, but the collective have just gotten together and absolutely neutralized Lennox. Like you said, she was did you say second-team All-State? Second-team All-Stater, yep. Yeah, she's just an amazing athlete out there, and she has just been almost non-existent tonight. I don't know if maybe she's sick, I don't know. But credit the defense, is doing a great job. 10 points in the ball game for Dupree. Here's Griswold from the top of the key. That three is good for Griswold. Just a series of dribble handoffs for the Raiders, and they just like, okay, we're just going to hang out here in the slot area and just go back and forth until somebody slacks off and we find something. Dupree to Soma, now cross-court pass to Yost. Yost gets the ball out to Taylor. Taylor works it back inside. They go to Olsen. Olsen has the ball stolen by Griswold. Ahead to Porter. Porter in transition goes coast to coast, and a collision there as both Porter, I think that was Taylor, both hit the deck. Yeah, Taylor. She chased Porter down from behind. Now, Porter's not a lightning. She's not a track athlete. She's not going to run him down the court and make a lot of speed records, but she's getting up the court. Taylor catches her from behind and cuts right in front of her. You don't want to get in front of Porter. She will run you over if you're in her way, and she definitely was not in legal guarding position. That's exactly what happened. That is number 3 on Graceland Taylor, who's going to take a seat. Allie Peterson gets the ball into Thornton. Thornton's shot is no good. Thornton gets it back, keeps it alive, and now it's going to be stolen by the Governors, and a pushing foul on Hayden Thornton. Actually on Hallie Peterson. That is number 2 on Peterson. First team foul this quarter for the Raiders. 4:50 to go in the fourth quarter. It is 60-27, a 33-point lead for Rapid City Stevens. Driving at the other end, putting up the shot, no good. That was Grace Richter coming away with it. Mackenzie Schreiber, right side. There's some new Raiders in there as well. Number 4, Haley Falcon in the ball game. Now they go to Thornton, back to Falcon, top of the key. Falcon left side to Peterson, in the corner to Schreiber. Schreiber bounce pass to, tried to get it to Porter, but instead it's going to be stolen. Richter works her way into the front court, gets in the paint, had the ball stripped. Allie Peterson gets a hand on it and knocks the ball out of her hands. It'll stay Governor basketball. The Raiders working a little bit more on their half-court offense. They're still running the floor, obviously, but some opportunity for them as they just continue to move. Jasmine Yost trying to get the ball in, but a 5-second violation. The Governors, they were late just for getting someone there to get the ball in bounds, and then, of course, they get the 5-second violation. Raiders come away with it. 3.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. 60-27, the Raiders on top by 33. Here's Falcon, left side. They go to Thornton, back to Falcon, top of the key. Falcon hands the ball to Porter. Porter crossover dribble in the paint, drives, puts up the shot, and Talia Porter with the basket. She does that all night long, and she finds a way to get to the hoop. That's her biggest skill set. She's got plenty. Her skill set is quite extensive, but probably the biggest one. People talk about points and stuff like that. She can shoot a three, but she just gets around the rim. She knows how to work around it. She knows how to get up the court. And the starters are off the court now, all taking a seat for Rapid City Stevens. At the other end, this is going to be Taylor. We're going to get a pushing foul. It's actually going to be two hands. And Dwayne McPherson makes that call there. It's number 21. So 21 for the Raiders. Yes, that is Erica Clough. Also, Kayla Farley checks in the ball game. So everybody getting a chance to play. Richter in the corner. Gives the ball to Olsen. Olsen kicks it outside. They go to Yost. Yost had the ball knocked out of her hands. I want to see who comes away with it. I want to see more. Say Matatupa. Yeah. Raiders, say it more times. Here's Everly Peterson. Peterson into the right corner. This is Kayla Farley. She drives. The running jumper, no good. Pierre comes away with it. 2:05 to play in the fourth quarter. Jasmine Yost, the basketball, into the right wing. Looking inside, they work the ball in, and it's going to be blocked by the Raiders, but then stolen back by the Governors. And then Dillevue gets another steal. She is fouled. A foul on the Governors. It'll be Raider basketball. On number 35, Mackenzie Flottmeyer, her second, fourth team foul. Farley will trigger it in. She gets the ball into Harwood, who's checked in. Harwood to Dillevue. Her shot is no good. Pierre comes away with it. Now they get it to Richter. Richter into the front court, driving. Putting up the shot, no good. And we're going to get a foul. That will be a Wrench Law foul on the court as the Governors go to the free throw line. Again, if you find yourself in a difficult situation, whether it's a DUI, criminal charges, or an injury case, you need the right lawyer on your side. With over 30 years of experience, Tim Wrench is a trial lawyer and will help you get the best possible outcome for your case. Call number 1 is to Wrench Law at 605-341-1111, wrenchlaw.com. Marina Bushbaum at the free throw line. This is the first. Second free throw attempt is good for Bushbaum. 62-28, the Raiders in command. Just under a minute to play. Harwood into the front court, cross-court pass, left side. Now they get it out to Dillevue. Dillevue drives, and Dillevue is going to get the basket for the Raiders. Kenzie Dillevue. At the other end, Yost drives. The shot is actually a blocking foul as Yost gets helped up. At first, I thought just a block there by Dillevue. It was at first. You're right. The big arms got out there by Dillevue. She got it, but then her body was on the side there and created that contact, not allowing the shooter to land. Free throw no good for Yost. Again, just a reminder, we will have our post-game show being brought to you by Pioneer Bank of Trust. That coming up very shortly. Second free throw no good as well. Down to the final 30 seconds. It's going to be stolen by the Pierre Governors. And there's the layup for Molly Olsen. 64-30. Emily Pearson now at the basketball. trying to work it in the front court. It goes out of bounds. The clock will continue to run. Pierre Governors will have the basketball. Down to 7 seconds now as Yost gets into the front court. Yost crossover dribble. Had the ball knocked out of her hands, but a foul from behind. That's on number 24, Macy Muth. But that is your ball game. Thought maybe they're going to report the foul there, but at least to kind of wrap things up. But I guess they're not, and they're going to carry on. So the Raiders, with their home opener, they improved to 2-0 on the season on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. The final score here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. It's Rapid City Stevens 64, Pierre 30. That is your final. The Raiders, again, they improved to 2-0 as they are the fourth-ranked team in Class AA girls basketball action. We are going to step aside for 1 minute. The Pioneer Bank and Trust postgame show coming up next right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and also on GoRaidersLive.com.
Growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Melissa Christensen with Angle and Volkers